ביאור משנה ה', explanation for משנה ה'.
גם לא פוסל וגם לא מתחיל.
יש מקרה כזה, יש מקרה כזה. לא אותו מקרה. יש מקרה כזה, יש מקרה כזה.
לא, הוא אומר על כל אלה.
כן.
גם לא פוסל וגם, אז מה הוא עושה?
לא, לפעמים זה פוסל ולפעמים זה מאכיל. זה לפעמים לא פוסל ולפעמים זה לא מאכיל. כי אם זה לא מאכיל, אז למה צריך להיות פוסל? אז הוא אומר לך, זה לא מאכיל, אבל זה כן פוסל, אבל זה לא פוסל גם כן.
אז למה הוא כותב, האונס, המתחטא והשוטה, לא פוסלים ולא מאכילים? כל אלה.
כי זה משונה.
הוא אומר לך מלתחילה.
כי אם לא מאכילים, אז שיהיה פוסל.
נכון?
זה מה שהוא אומר, אז זה כזה.
לא מבין? בהתחלה.
אז בואו נראה. האונס, somebody who rapes a woman, והמפתה, or somebody just has a relationship with a woman, yeah? All these cases is bat kohen. Yeah, I think all these cases is bat kohen. Somebody who rapes a bat kohen, somebody who has a relationship with a bat kohen willingly, she was willing, yeah, didn't get married to the guy, just a relationship with the guy. והשוטה, or she had a relationship with somebody who's a shote, which means she got married to him. She got married to a shote, but a shote cannot have a kinyan, so therefore it's not a real marriage. So in all those cases, lo poslim velo ma'achilim. What does it mean? They don't make her not eligible to eat truma, but we're going to see the other case, but if something happens, they don't have the power to make her eat. Let's see. Israel she'anas o pita bat kohen. And Israel that raped or had a relationship with a daughter of a kohen.
I think it's a pita. They mean that she really didn't want to do it, but he was talking to her nicely. So she willingly went and did it.
It's both.
היה צריך לפתות אותו.
Yeah, it's both. It's just in the old time, that's the way you would assume that this is the way it was done. Because most women in the old time would not just sleep with somebody because her value goes down.
Unless you picked out.
Yeah, in the old time. But it's also in the case where she was willingly wanted to go. Yeah, it's not, pita means without force. Yeah, pita means he bought her a rose. Yeah, what does a pita mean? Yeah, she was willingly. With mean, it means any case, even if she. Yeah, but even in the case that she לא pita, she came over to him and said, "Sleep with me." Even in that, it will be.
She can go and sleeping with other guys, and she's not pasul for chol kodashim.
That's right.
That doesn't sound right.
Why?
Bat kohen.
Why?
בת כהן שתלך ותתנהל.
Only, זה זנות, זה לא זנות, אתה רואה? המילה זנות של היום והמילה זנות של פעם זה אותו זה. So she is...
Logic doesn't get into my brain.
Because you...
She's zola, she goes, she will sleep with other men, and then she goes to father's house and eat the kodashim?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
A Kohen that kills and rapes, he can eat kodashim?
A Kohen that
rapes and kills and sleeps with goyot all the time, he can eat kodashim?
Maybe he can eat kodashim.
Oh, so the same thing for her. Just like if yeah, you can. Maybe killing not, but he sleeps with the entire goyim.
It doesn't sound.
But you see, the same way. אינו פוסל אותה מלאכול בתרומה. It doesn't posel her from eating truma. Because it's not a forbidden relationship. Again, the relationship is not forbidden. He's allowed to marry her. If he's allowed to marry her, the rapist, or the מפתה, or the זהו, it doesn't matter, yeah, then it's not פוסל אותה מלאכול בתרומה.
אז יהודה ותמר.
That's a forbidden relationship.
Why he was still in life?
It was a father-in-law.
Was his
daughter-in-law. That's a prohibited relationship.
Even though they died.
That's a prohibited relationship, yeah. וכהן שאנס or pita bat Israel? What about a Kohen that raped or had the relationship with a Jewish lady? The relationship itself, he says, maybe now she's married to him, the mefateh. So eino ma'achila betruma. She cannot say now I can eat truma because I had a relationship with either a rape or a pitui. Hashote shehu Israel v'nasa bat Kohen. Also, but a shote that he was a Jew and he married a bat Kohen, eino posla milechol betruma. Also, he doesn't make her pasul from eating truma. Why? Because it's not a real kinyan. He never bought her. Ve'im hu kohen v'nasa bat Israel, and if the shote is a kohen and he married the Jewish lady, he doesn't have the power to make her eat because it's not the real kinyan again. Eino ma'achila betruma. He doesn't have the power to eat truma. Why? She'en kinyan o kinyan, because he never bought her. So even though he's married to her, according to the rabbis, yeah, but who shote? שותה, כהן שותה שנשא בת ישראל. שותה שנשא בת ישראל. So the two שוטים, the שוטים. Yeah. So both of them, it does cases. Okay. What happens, here's the other case. What happens if any of the relationship that we discussed above were not allowed to get married to her? They were mamzer, for example. One of them was all of them were mamzerim. And then they slept with the bat Kohen, raped her even. Ve'im einam reuim lavo b'Yisrael, if for some reason they are not allowed to get married, im ha'me'anes or ha'mefateh or ha'shoteh, the rapist, the guy who slept with her without raping, or the shoteh, or the one who's an imbecile, אינו ראוי לבוא בקהל ישראל, is not befitting to come into the Jewish nation. For example, כגון שהוא ממזר, for example, he might be a mamzer, then in that case, she's a bat Kohen, then from that moment she becomes a zona. Even though she was raped, what do you want from her? It doesn't matter. The term zona is not like the term today. You know, the term zona is she's mechulelet mekehuna. Harei elu poslim, so then the relationship makes her not able to eat truma. Bebiatam et bat Kohen min hakehuna. So at that moment, the daughter of the Kohen is not going to be able to be a kehuna, a Kohen, שהרי נבעלה לפסולה ונעשתה זונה. Because she was had a relationship with somebody she wasn't supposed to, whether it was forced or not forced, and she became a status of zona. Ketzad. So let's go deep more into the details. Israel שבא על בת כהן. A Jew, regular Jew, that had a relationship with the daughter of a Kohen. And I don't care how it was. Forced or not forced. באונס או בפיתוי. He sent her roses or he sent her knives. It doesn't matter. Or כשהוא שותה. Or he was שותה. He wasn't an idiot, an imbecile. So in all those cases, תאכל בתרומה. She's still allowed to eat תרומה. שפנוי הבעל הפנויה, because if she is legitimate, if he is able to get married to her, let's put it this way. If he is able to get married to her legally, if there was such a thing, that if they could have gotten married legally, lo as'a zona. It doesn't make her into a zona. So if she can marry 99% of the Jewish nation, and she slept with 99% of the Jewish nation, that doesn't make her halachically zona in those eyes. What happens? Now it comes a little bit more complicated. Now she can become pregnant. Ibra. Now she's pregnant. In all those cases, she's the daughter of a Kohen. So they had a relationship, no problem. Now, once she's pregnant, now we're going to start having a problem. Ibra, now she become pregnant. Lo tuchal betruma. Now, from that moment that she finds out she's pregnant, she's not allowed to eat truma. Shahaubar posel, because the child makes pasul. Now she belongs. Now that she belongs to the child has a hold on her. כמו ששנינו במשנה הקודמת, like we said in the previous Mishnah, נחתך העובר במאיה. What happens if she has an abortion? A miscarriage. She has a miscarriage. At the moment she has a miscarriage, she's allowed to go back to her father's house because she doesn't have a zera. Yeah? והוא הדין אם ילדתו ומת. Or also if she had a child and the child died later on, even if the child is 60 and he died, at the age of 80, she can go back and eat truma. אין לה זרע. והוא הדין אם ילדתו ומת, תאכל מיד. She's allowed to eat immediately. Next case. Kohen שבעל בת ישראל, what about a Kohen that he either raped or roses or knives to the Jewish lady? He either raped her or מפתה אותה, or either talked nicely to her, and they had a relationship. או כשהוא שותה, or the Kohen was an imbecile, couldn't have, doesn't have the laws applied to him. In that moment, that they just have a relationship, she cannot say, hey, I am married now to a Kohen, therefore I can eat truma. Says, לא תאכל בתרומה. She's not allowed to eat truma. Why? שלא נעשתה קניינה, because in all these cases, it was just fun. It was never a marriage. There was never a kinyan. She was never bought. She stayed in her father's house. But what happens if Ibra, now she's pregnant, she says, now I want to eat truma because I'm pregnant from a Kohen. Still לא תאכל. Still she's not allowed to eat. שהעובר אינו מאכיל, because it wasn't born yet. You learned יליד ביתו, it says. He needs to be born in order for her to eat. כמבואר במשנה הקודמת, like we explained in the previous Mishnah. ילדה, but once she gave birth to a Kohen lineage, she has even though the father was a Kohen shote, yeah, once she's a lineage, תאכל. Why? Why is she allowed to eat? שהבן הוא כהן, because her son is a Kohen. והוא מאכיל את אמו תרומה. And he eats, and therefore he feeds his mother truma. So what do we find? We find an interesting case over here. We find נמצא כוחו של בן גדול משל אב. We find the power of the son is greater than that of the father. How? Because the father just having a relationship with her wasn't enough. But the son being born is enough. שהאב לא האכילה, that the father didn't have the power to make her eat, לפי שלא בא עליה לשם קידושים. They had a relationship. But the bia wasn't for the purpose of kinyan. It wasn't for the purpose of marriage. ואינה קניינו. And therefore it's not a marriage. She was never bought. ואילו הבן שנולד מאותה ביה, but the son that was born from that relationship, הוא מאכילה. He makes her eat. What happened? Next case. She has a relationship with an Eved.
She consider married now, or she consider just
No, she's not married.
woman with a baby?
Woman with a baby. She's not married. Married means she has to be bought. But the zera,
והכהן בסדר.
what do you mean בסדר? He gets lashes.
היא go, היא מברך את הקהל, שהנס אישה, הוא מברך, הוא עושה...
Yeah. מה זה בסדר? זה לא בסדר. לא צריכים, בגלל זה כתוב.
לא בסדר, אז למה נותנים לו?
למה נותנים לו?
כמו שאחד שאונס אישה, ונותנים לו להתעסק עם ילדים, אני לא יודע, או עם שיעורי נשים, לא יודע.
No.
זה לא הגיוני קצת.
You have to separate things. So here, he has a commandment, a Kohen has a commandment to bless Jews. You have a commandment. The fact that I sin in other areas, that doesn't take away the commandment to bless the Jews when I come to shul. You understand?
ויש חוקים.
Yeah.
כהן שנסע בשבת, לא יישא כפיו.
כהן
שאנס, לא יישא כפיו.
There's no such thing. Why?
מה זה?
You don't have such rules in the entire Torah. look, it's like saying if you sinned one place, don't do other commandments in another place. Why would you say that? You don't do one thing.
I know in Israel.
What?
I know in Israel. In Israel, if you are going to come to shul with your car, they are not going to let you to go into Duchan ולברך. They are not.
First of all,
I know it is, for example, for my cousin. That's why he doesn't want to hear about Judaism.
there is,
Okay.
there is such a thing, but but it's hypocritical. I'll tell you why. Because they also do sins. Those people that tell him not to, they also sin in such things that they're not allowed to carry their hands. They just do it in hiding, and he does it in paresia. That's the only difference.
Right.
Yeah. So they tell him that if you want to do it in hiding. Yeah, that I understand.
Right.
It says you can over here you're representing the crowd or something like this. Yeah.
So it's kids.
Yeah.
So
It says over here you're representing the crowd, so you come. But it's not. But the idea here, just because you do a sin over here, that doesn't mean that you don't have a mitzvah over here.
You have to hold yourself as a kohen. It's not that you just do a mitzvah. It's a privilege of a mitzvah of a kohen to bless the.
It's not a privilege; it's an obligation.
It's obligation.
It's a difference. See, you're looking at it like you're volunteering. No, you have to. God tell you. In other words, the Kohen, if he's in a shul and there is Birkat Kohanim, he's required. He's obligated to go and zeh. Or he can leave the shul. Yeah, or he can leave the shul. So there's an obligation. Don't look at it so much as a zeh. Okay? And there are some things that are going to puzzle him from linso kapav. But that the Torah has to tell you what. It's not like you decide, I don't think he's holy enough.
No, it's just not logic. In my logic, it's look like he goes, but
Yeah, he's cheapening the kahuna, not enough not to do Birkat Kohanim. Yeah, for example, there's many times Chazanim, who in religious, it happens all the times. And you're not aware because you're not in the zero. But Chazanim who go out to the Amud and nobody likes it. Why? Because everybody knows he's sleeping with his neighbor's wife. Yeah, everybody knows. The entire congregation. And what are you going to do? Start fights in shul? You understand? So people, let him, whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
okay.
It's not. And the truth is, the difference between him and somebody else going out.
Everybody's seen, but he is.
Yeah. Him, everybody knows. That's a problem. The other guys, nobody knows. Exactly. Yeah. That's okay. Ha'ubar, ha'eved, posel mishum bia. What happens if she's a bat kohen? A bat kohen, and she had a relationship with an eved. Now, since an eved, we talk eved knani. Yeah. Eved ivri also might be a problem. I don't know. But let's make it easy. I'm not sure. Yeah, Eved Ivri maybe also is a problem, but Eved Knani for sure, right? You remember, Eved Knani is a little bit Jewish. Yeah, a little bit Jewish. It's like half and half.
He doesn't do avodah zarah.
Yeah, and he keep no. Eved Knani keeps all the commandments that women do.
Also,
All the commandments that women do. All the commandments that women do. If women have an obligation to daven, women, yeah. He's required to keep. Eved Knani by us, yeah, it means that all he needs to be Jewish is for the master to set him free. At that moment, he's Jewish. Yeah, which means he's, yeah. So, ha'eved posel mishum bia, she'im baal bat kohen, that she, if he comes on a Jewish lady, pasla mina kehuna mina truma, and he makes a pass from kuna truma. And I think it's also Eved Ivri, not only.
that he's half Jewish. What if he's Eved going completely?
Something.
Why would he have no kinyan in them? Oh, because
Yeah,
it's forbidden relationship.
It's a forbidden relationship. That's what passes is. It might be also, by the way, it might be also if he's a Jew. I don't know, but I won't take it out.
Right, but
Yeah.
we're talking about Nani.
Yeah. ואינו פוסל משום זרע. כמו שהוא מפרש והולך, and he's not going to make her pasul because of a seed, because of an offspring, like we're going to explain how. כיצד? What's the case? בת ישראל שנישאה לכהן. It's going to be a little bit complicated. Jewish lady married a Kohen. Or the opposite. בת כהן שנישאה לישראל. Or a Kohen lady married a Jew. וילדה היא ממנו בן. And there is a son. Okay? So, either way. והלך הבן ונכבש על השפחה. The son went and he married a slave lady. A slave girl.
הבן כאילו של ה...
Either...
של האישה.
Yeah, either she is... Exactly. כלומר, שבא עליה. Which means that he had a relationship here. So it says, why doesn't he say בא עליה? So Rashi says, he uses the word נכבש to tell you that it is forbidden relationship. Yeah, it's not a relationship that is allowed. נכבש לשון גנאי הוא. He uses the word נכבש to tell you it's not a proper relationship. וילדה ממנו בן. So I don't care what. Now there's a child that comes out of the relationship with him and the shifcha. The child is not his. That's right. The child belongs to the master. הרי זה עבד. The child is an עבד. But we're going to see this עבד is going to be complicated. How? שוולד שפחה כמותה. Because whatever is born out of the maidservant, after that was a slave, is also a slave. כמו שביארנו כבר. So let's see. Let's take the case. הייתה אם אביו של עבד זה. Okay. So the mother of the father of this slave.
The mother
of the father of the slave. So there was a Jewish lady who married. They had a son. That son went to the Shifra. Right?
not married,
Bala, yeah. He thinks he's married, whatever. Yeah. So like this, the mother of the father of the slave, that lady that got married on the first generation, the three generation. Okay. So the first generation, that lady got married. Bat Israel leKohen. Let's take the example. She was married a Kohen. She's a Jew who married a Kohen. Her son is a Kohen. Her son died. But she still has a grandchild. So she wants to say, I want to eat because...
From the Shifra?
Yeah, from her son. My son, Shifra. She says, I want to eat because of the Shifra, because of my grandchild. And what are you going to tell her? בת ישראל שנת הכהן ומתו הבעל והבן, אף על פי שקיים בית בנה, even though the grandchild still is alive, לא תאכל בתרומה. It says it's not a Kohen. You have to have a seed who is a Kohen. He's not a Kohen. He's got no connection to the father. He got cut off from the father. לפי שבן בנה אינו כהן, אלא עבד. Because the son, their grandson, is not a Kohen. But look at the other way around. The other way around is going to work. Yeah. Same thing. This is Shifra Ivrit. Shifra is slave. You don't care what. This is a Shifra. Slave. Eved. You're not allowed to marry. An Eved, you're not allowed to marry.
But there is a concept where if the Adon wants to have more slaves,
that's something. That's.
Bring her and he make more.
Yeah, but he frees her. He makes more cattle. He doesn't make more Jews. He makes more.
I don't understand. If she's Jewish, then the kids are Jewish. That's what I don't understand.
She's half.
If Kohen, if he nolad from Isha Yehudiya, from
she's half. Shifra, this Shifra is half.
But what if מדובר בשפחה עברית?
I don't know if it's you cannot have a Shifra Ivrit, only slave Ivri.
Oh.
Yeah, because he has to be sold. Only a boy has to be sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have a Shifra.
You can, but it's like you have to. Yeah, exactly. Okay. But let's look at the other way around.
Okay.
What happens if she's a daughter of a Kohen? She's a daughter of a Kohen who married Israel. Right?
Okay.
So, like this. הייתה אם אביו של עבד זה בת כהן שנישא לישראל. She was daughter of a Kohen that married in Israel. And now, מתו הבעל והבן. Her husband died and her son died. It's because she was a daughter of a Kohen, and because the grandchild is not in Israel, it's not her,
Consider that she has zera.
it's not considered that she has zera, she can now go back and to Beit Avia, that's right. תאכל בתרומה, she's allowed to eat in truma. It sounds the same, but you have to be careful. You see how careful? תאכל בתרומה, she's allowed to eat truma. של בית אביה. Why? שאין העבד פוסלת משום זרע, because she doesn't, it's not hers. She has no connection to it. Yeah, it's not hers. It's like a dog, it's like a sheep, it belongs to somebody else. לפי שאין הוא זרעו של בנה, because it's not considered to be the seed of her son. Next one. ממזר, פוסל ומאכיל. You can get a type of zero that you can have a mamzer that can sometimes make her, he posels the lady, but he can also make her eat. How? Truma. כיצד? בת ישראל שנישאה לכהן. So we're going to take the case of a Jew who married, a Jewess who married a Kohen, or a daughter of a Kohen who married a Jew. או בת כהן שנשאה ישראל, וילדה היא מנובת. And they both have a daughter. והלכה בת ונישאת לעבד. And this daughter went and married an עבד, or she married a goy, somebody she's not supposed to get married to. וילדה ממנו בן, and then she has a son from it. הרי זה ממזר. That son is called the mamzer. By this is not the halacha. Yeah, it's not halacha. The Mishnah is not halacha of today. Yeah, the halacha is not. It's not a mamzer. Mamzer. Yeah. This Mishnah. Yeah, forbidden relationship. It doesn't matter. משנתנו היא כדת האומר שגוי או עבד בא בישראל לבלד ממזר, אבל ההלכה היא שהבלד כשר. The halacha, I knew it's not halacha. But the halacha is that it's kosher. It doesn't make a pastor. Okay, it doesn't matter. But our Mishnah is according to that line. This is Mishnah Kiddushin. Okay, so let's look at the case. הייתה אם אמו בת ישראל לכהן. So let's take the case that the grandmother was a Jewess who married a Kohen. The grandmother was a Jewess who married a Kohen. Not a Kohen, a non-Kohen. Oh. A Jew, but non-Kohen. אף על פי שמתו בעלה וביתה, even though her husband and her daughter passed away, תאכל בתרומה. She's allowed to eat in truma. Why? מחמת אותו הנכד שנולד לביתה מן הגוי או מן העבד. Because of that grandchild that was born to her daughter from the goy or from the עבד. שהממזר מאכיל בתרומה, that the mamzer eats in truma. I didn't understand. She is a Jewess. She married a Kohen. Let's take this. Let's call it Reuven's daughter married a Kohen. Let's call it Reuvena. Reuvena married a Kohen. They had a daughter. That daughter married a goy. The goy is a mamzer. That kid is a mamzer.
The grandmother
was married to a Kohen. So the grandmother, why she can eat truma? Her husband dead. Her husband is dead and she doesn't have a seed. She has this kid. So even though he's a mamzer,
he's saying that she
can eat in very good. A mamzer has yechusin. That's what it means. A mamzer is considered the seed. It's a spoiled seed, but it's a seed. So even though he's a spoiled seed, It's a spoiled seed, but it's considered to be enough seed in order to make her truma.
Probably because כתוב זרע, לא כתוב עזר.
Yeah, zera kohen. The eved is not her zera, but this is a spoiled zera. This is what it's called. It's a zera which is not good, but it's still a zera. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, yeah. תאכל בתרומה, מחמת אותו הנכד שלנו לביתה מנגו מן העבד, שהממזר מאכיל בתרומה. Even though he's a mamzer, it still has lineage of a Kohen. That's very strange. He's a mamzer, but the lineage of a Kohen he has. But Kohen Israel, what happens the other way around? But if she's the daughter of a Kohen and she married in Israel and they had a kid, a daughter, she married a Goy and now they have a grandson. הייתה אמו בת כהן שנישאה לישראל ומתו הבעל והבת, לא תאכל בתרומה של בית אביה. She's not allowed to go back to her father's house. לפי שנכדה הממזר מעכבה מלאכול בתרומה. Because again, she has a seed. She has a seed. She belongs out of the kahuna because of the seed. וזהו ששנינו שהממזר פוסל. And this is what we said, that the mamzer goes both ways.